More and more stuff behind me is disappearing. Let's talk. What up, viewers? What up, what up? Calc Soups here, and today is Friday, March 4th, and that means it's time for a quick recap of the week in video game news. This week, or all the way back on Sunday, we got the promised Pokemon Presents, or Pokemon Presents, or as I like to think of it, Pokemon Presents. Wow, I really jumped the gun on that one. This was just a 14-minute showcase talking about everything coming down the pipe for Pokemon. The two big things that I think caught my eye were a lowland Pokemon, the tropical kind of Hawaiian Pokemon, are coming to Pokemon Go, as well as the 9th generation of Pokemon games was announced. So Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are the next Pokemon games that are coming out this year in 2022. We'll probably expect those in November timeframe. October, November is when Pokemon games typically come out. And we got to take a look at our starter Pokemon. You've got Sprigatito, Sprigatito. Tell me how to say it down below. That is a leaf cat-like creature that you can pick. We've got Fuecoco, which is the fire dinosaur character, which is probably going to be the one I would start with if I pick up Pokemon later this year. And last but not least, we have Dewey Duck. Nope, just kidding. That's a little bit of a meme. We have a water-type Pokemon that has a blue hat and a weird squiggle on it. So a lot of people are making the connection to Huey, Dewey, and Louie from DuckTales. But yep, there's definitely a duck wearing a hat. We haven't seen the evolutions yet, which has spawned 1,000 memes of whether or not the cat will be bipedal and whether or not what the dinosaur will look like after it evolves, or whether Dewey Duck turns into some crazy duck-like creature. So yeah, so lots of stuff coming out of that Pokemon Presents. Pretty exciting that a Pokemon is coming down the pipe, which means that there's going to be a lot of competition in Q4 of this year. So looking forward. Also launching this week is the Steam Deck. There won't be a lot of them out in the public, but those who were lucky enough to get in early will be getting their hands on a portable PC that we can play games on, Switch-like PC. There was a pretty cool video showing Gabe Newell assigning some Steam Decks and then delivering them to some of the first customers, which was fun. They were kind of going around. It's actually kind of a funny video because some people didn't know what Gabe Newell looks like, especially with the mask on, and they were just, there was a whole camera crew following them, so some people caught onto that, but some people just wanted to close the door and keep going. So pretty funny video. You can check that out in the links down below. One of the reviews I also read discussed bringing their Steam Deck out in public and how that kind of feels. As much as you probably don't want to bring your Switch or high-end electronics out into public, especially into a bar where you could have sticky countertops, it's still a fun way to get out there and be a little bit antisocial with your gaming console, portable gaming console. So I thought it was a pretty cool review, and I'll have links down below to that as well. Speaking of reviews, I saw the first hands-on impressions for Wonderlands coming out of GameSpot. I thought it was a pretty cool video, and the reviewer talked about how it felt a little bit more like Borderlands 3.5, which is a funny pun on D&D, which had its one of its biggest sets was Dungeons and Dragons 3.5 edition. But anyway, yeah, they said it felt a little bit recycled from some of the stuff coming out of Borderlands 3. I still think there's going to be a lot of content there, and I think the biggest pull is going to be the fantasy setting and character customization, and the fact that you can multi-class and a lot of really unique builds. So I'm looking forward to playing that with my friends, but I could see why people might feel like it's a little bit too Borderlands 3. So something to keep an eye on. Resident Evil is getting remakes. Actually, Resident Evil is getting next-gen versions of the last couple of Resident Evil games. So Resident Evil Village was already on next gen, so they went back to Resident Evil 7, and the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes are getting remade or brought back up to next gen consoles on your Xbox Series X and your PlayStation 5. I still haven't picked up Resident Evil 3 remake, so I will look forward to potentially picking that up for my next gen consoles. Big benchmark this week for a game that's in my back catalog for February, because February was quite a stacked month. But Sifu has now sold over 1 million units, so we can give them we can say that the game's doing well, and I'm very excited to see more games kind of enter this kind of martial arts combat third-person genre. So I'm looking forward to seeing more coming out of Sifu, and I'm really excited for the developers for crossing 1 million units, so congrats to them. Ubisoft's real-time strategy game, The Settlers, has been delayed. I had to Google the fact that Ubisoft was making a real-time strategy game, and that they had announced it somewhere. So apparently they had posted about it in January, saying that it was coming out in March, but it has now been delayed. So we will see when their real-time strategy game is coming out. I always like seeing more recent additions to the real-time strategy genre, considering MOBAs kind of took over that genre, but I'm excited to see more and more real-time strategy games coming out. And considering I'm playing Total War Warhammer 3, you know, I'm getting an itch for that kind of real-time strategy feel again. So looking forward to seeing when this game comes out. Elden Ring has done a partnership with Trolley, the gummy candy company. They are doing Elden Peach Rings or Peach Elden Rings. Couldn't quite figure out which one it is. Let me know what your preference is down below. But really cool bag with like very dark fantasy. The character, you know, like the Elden Ring box art is like stabbing through a peach ring, so it's pretty fun and cute. They aren't on sale though. I think you're gonna win them in you have to win them in some sort of giveaway. So I'm hoping to get my hands on some Elden Peach Rings in the future. Really cool product launched this week. Microsoft's pretty good at doing partnerships and making really unique merchandise, including the Xbox mini fridge, which I still want to get my hands on. But I saw this week that we can have a drink with Master Chief. Well, Master Chief can be present while you're drinking, because there is a Master Chief head decanter that you can buy, as well as 6 UNSC highball glasses. So it all comes in a pretty cool set. I'll have a link down below to check that out, and I've already pre-ordered it, and it comes in April. So looking forward to drinking with or around Master Chief. More gaming IP Legos have been spotted. This one coming from or at least was posted on a German Lego website. I barely saw anything, but it had a lot of like the SKU plans of what's coming for Jedi Fallen Order Legos. So I think that included the ship that the Jedi Fallen Order characters ride around on, as well as several other sets. So really glad to see that Lego is really getting in on the gaming IP, and so I'm keeping my fingers crossed for the Breath of the Wild set that we saw last year at some point. So still hoping for that, but Jedi Fallen Order has joined the ranks of Horizon Zero Dawn and Mario for gaming IP Lego sets. So again, still looking forward to Breath of the Wild Legos sometime in the future. Also, speaking of Elden Ring, sometimes international commercials can be a little bit extra, but this one was really fun to check out. There was a Thai commercial that was like a 4-minute soap opera that really goes into kind of like, if you know anything about Elden Ring, it goes into like a little bit of the story, and it breaks this ring, and it was all really fun. So and it was a little extra or over the top. So I'll have a link down below so you can check that out, but I thought that was pretty cool this week. Last but not least, running through this as quickly as I can, Starbreeze, the developer, is working on bringing Dead by Daylight to a tabletop near you with a Dead by Daylight board game. So I think it'd be really cool. It looks like you're traveling from different areas, and you're trying to avoid the killer. It even has meat hook miniatures, and the miniatures actually look really good for this game. So I'm really looking forward to checking that out. As someone who backed the We backed the Deep Rock Galactic Kickstarter this week. I'm very much a big fan of bringing video game IPs to tabletops. I still need to get my hand on the This War of Mine tabletop version. So, but that's a little depressing, and I want to move on. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Dying Light coming to a tabletop near me. I'm playing some Dying Light board games, or not Dying Light, Dead by Daylight board games with my friends. Also, asymmetrical board games can be fun and interesting, so it might feel a little bit like Whitechapel or a couple of those other asymmetrical board games that you might know and love. That was quite a lot for this week. Thanks for watching, as always. If you feel I forgot anything, leave comments down below and we can talk there about anything in video games and video game news related. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this content. If you do, follow, like, and subscribe to me on YouTube and Twitch so you can see more great content like this. I'll have links down below in the description. Thanks again. I hope you have a super day. I hope you have a super weekend. And I hope you have a super day. Bye!